Okay, so I'm going to try to do a little DIY kind of video for a chapstick holder. So I'm using worsted weight yarn. This is Bernat Super Saver in baby pink, and this is, if it'll show, an F hook. So first make your slip knot, tighten that, and what I do is chain 2. You could also do magic loop if you're into that sort of thing. Single crochet 5 in the second chain from hook. So 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to tighten that. Ignore the cat that's putting your tail in the kinetic sand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then increase around, and then one more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that leaves you with 10, and then you're going to do one more, which gives you a total of 11 stitches. And then I'm just using this as my stitch marker. You can use a scrap piece of yarn, whatever you'd like. So now you're going to single crochet around in the back loop only, which you will have 11 stitches for the rest of this. So single crochet. Make sure you're getting only the back loop, because that helps to shape it. And will also help a little on the next row, I think. Okay. So then, this is where it gets a little bit fancy. So single crochet 1 as you normally would, and then this next stitch you're going to go at the top of that back loop sort of area, so you're stitching over the single crochet from the previous row, and then just another single crochet, another, I'm going to call it long single crochet, another long single crochet, get the yarn away from your cats that are trying to eat it, normal single crochet, long single crochet. You're going to do that around. You're going to end on a single crochet. So that was row 4, because you had 1, 2, and then around was 3. So that was row 4. For row 5, you're going to start with the long single crochet and then the normal single crochet. So I'm going to show you a little closer if I can. So this is where you would normally put your hook. This is where you're putting it right now. So long single crochet and then normal. And you're just going to do that. You're going to repeat rows 4 and 5 until you have done a total of 13 rows, or however long you need it for your chapstick. I found that 13 rows works pretty good for me. So I'll meet you back here in a minute. Okay, so I think I was a little off. I think I said 13 rows, you gotta do 14. So 1, 2, and then that little crochet there is 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I've done 14 rows. And now we're going to do a row of single crochet, but we're going to try to do it a little bit tight. Just because the whole point of a chapstick holder is that your chapstick doesn't fall out and go missing. So if it falls out, it's not doing its job and needs to look for employment elsewhere. So, okay, so I did a round of single crochet, a little bit on the snug side. And then for this last row, you're going to slip stitch 1, chain however long you want it to be. So for me, I have one that's on my water bottle. I did 20 for this. Just a minute, Miss Mabel. I did chain 20 for this, and that works good for that. But this one I'm gonna put on carabiner. I don't know how it's pronounced. Don't come for me. So I really don't need to chain many. So I'm gonna probably chain 1, 2, 3, I don't know, 4. That's probably enough. Yeah, that's enough. And then slip stitch in the next stitch. You don't skip any. I will in just a minute. So that was chaining 4, and yeah, that fits great. So I'll put that back on when I'm done. So then you're just gonna slip stitch around. It doesn't need to be real tight. Just do. I like how it makes it look when it's all done. I will in a minute, sweetheart. So I slip stitch around, and normally I chain 1 as part of fastening off. Thank you. That's my daughter. She's sharing chocolate with me. So normally I chain 1. With this I do not. So you cut your yarn, pull through, do not chain. And then handy dandy little needle holder. So this is so that if other people want to make it, they can. So that bottom one, I usually pull it through with the hook, and then, so bring it out there, the little hole from the chain 2, or however you decided to do it. And weave in your ends. You really don't need to do them a whole lot. This isn't, I mean, it's a kind of high traffic item, but it's small enough. It'll hold together. So just going through, back and forth through. Out, just a minute, sweetie. So just, you know, going back and forth. Gotta open, take a chocolate coin opening break. It's very vital to the process. You can't skip this.
I love my having a red bow on it.
Yep. There you go. Make sure, to the best of your ability, that you don't have chocolate on your hands. Yeah, I'll even use a baby wipe because that would kind of ruin the whole process if it ended up with chocolate on it. Well, I say ruined, I'd have to wash it, which is essentially ruining the process for me because I don't like washing things if I don't have to. So then this thread, just gonna pull it back and forth. And the reason I didn't do a chain 1 for this is it leaves a bit of a bump. And on something so small, a detail that small shows up a lot more. Put the needle away, because otherwise you can't find it later. And then, just like that, you have a handy dandy little chapstick holder. You can make it a little longer if you want. I kind of like this length. It fits most lip balms, and it's stretchy enough that it should even fit the like Ecos ones. So yeah. Comment below if you decided to make one, what color you used, things like that. Yeah, So
Let's open this. Hurry up.
have fun crocheting.